All right, it's 94.5 Cool FM. Charlie Huero in Sandals in South Coast Jamaica. Paul, how are you?
Great.
We're back.
How are you?
Paul is the man about all the food. Yes, I'm great.
Yes.
Thank you. I am full. I've been full since I got here, but that doesn't mean that I can't have more.
No, it's true. Well, you know what? I think the only person who's more popular than me or the chefs is Troy King, our group manager of bar and beverage operations.
Right?
He's the one who gets all the accolades, believe me.
Oh, my goodness.
They love him.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Because when it comes to having food and the beverage, you can't forget about the beverage.
You can't forget about that because, I mean, there's nowhere else you go where you have 6 high-quality pouring wines that are included in the experience, and that's the Robert Mondavi Twin Oaks wines that we have, right?
Yes.
So think about that. I mean, Sauvignon Blanc, Chardonnay, Pinot Grigio, and then you have a choice of Merlot, Cabernet Sauvignon, or Shiraz for the reds. So that's unheard of.
You
right?
just spoke Chinese to me, but I know our wine lovers out there know exactly what you're talking about.
They know what I'm saying. Trust me. And
my wife included on that.
Yeah, well, and even the people who like liquor.
Right.
I mean, think about this. We've got some unique selections of liquor, but behind every single bar, we have 84 bottles, right? And included in that is not only all of the Appleton rum estate range. Right?
Was there yesterday.
Yeah, nice place, isn't it?
Oh, my goodness.
Did you meet Joy Spence, the master blender?
Did not meet her. She was not there, but our tour person, his name was Pete, was amazing. And we did the tasting, and it was phenomenal. It was a great experience.
They really know their stuff. And one thing that I'll say about Appleton, which is very unique, unlike many other rum companies, I would say most rum companies, not only do they do excellent estate-aged rums, because, you know, aging rums, the barrel does a lot of the work.
Right.
They do great tasting rums, pouring rums.
Right.
So even the lower end rums, the less expensive rums, still have a lot of flavor. They're not, acerbic. They're not, hard to take like some of that.
And they taste great.
And they use copper still, so it gives it a lot of flavor.
Yep.
I love Appleton rum, but that's not the only thing. We've got Remy Martin cognac. We have Glenfiddich and Glenlivet 12-year-old, single malt scotches. Super premium stuff here.
Yeah.
In addition to the premium liquors that we offer, and we have Tito's vodka, which I know is all the rage these days.
Yes, Tito's is big.
Yeah, Maker's Mark for the bourbon lovers.
Love
on
the
every
tequilas.
single bar. Oh, and I don't know if you heard that we have a speakeasy at our Sandals Ochi property. It's called the Rabbit Hole, and it's a hidden bar.
Really?
You need a password, and in there we've even got Hendrick's Gin, we've got Knob Creek Bourbon, and 5 different types of Old Smoky Moonshine, 5 different flavors. So imagine that.
Incredible.
Yeah.
How do you get the password, or are you not?
Well, it changes. There's a different password for every day of the week, and you have to ask around.
Okay, fair enough.
Word of mouth.
All you got to do is ask.
Yeah, just like you would have to do for a real speakeasy.
Sure.
And if you're not cool, we don't. No, I'm just kidding. We give it to everybody. We let them in anyway, whether they have it or not. But it's really an amazing place.
What inspires you to do what you do? I mean, you wake up every morning, you have all these properties, all these restaurants. What inspires you? I would have to imagine, outside of your love for food, outside of the love for country, what inspires you?
Well, what inspires me is the team that I work with. Yes. We have an amazing team. And between, Troy, who's another American, he's from Texas, right? Mm-hmm. He's our bar and beverage operations manager. We've got Chef Joseph Youngworth, who's from Austria. He's our corporate executive chef.
Right.
You saw Glenroy Walker last night.
Yes.
He's here in Jamaica. He's our senior executive chef at the corporate level. Yeah. We have Chris Belsner, who is a corporate pastry chef. He's from Australia. And then we've got Ricky DeKenney, who's from here in Jamaica. He's our leader. He's the group manager of food and beverage. So, together, all of us coming from so many different backgrounds and so many different experiences coming all over. And the age range is kind of wide there as well.
Yeah.
We just get together and we have ideas, and we all love food. We all love beverage. Right. So, when we go out, we love to see what's trendy, what's new, what's next.
Right.
We're not going to take all of it, but what do people really want?
Sure.
And working together and coming up with what's next. That's what really inspires us. What are we doing next? What kind of destination bar are we going to have?
Right.
Is it going to be a wine bar or a rum bar or a jazz bar? Mm-hmm. Right. What new restaurant? Are we doing a plant-based restaurant? Are we doing a Latin fusion restaurant? Are we doing a barbecue restaurant or a noodle bar? There's all kinds of things.
I like that because I was here 2 years ago, and in fact, they were building the over-the-water bungalows at the time, and a lot has changed since then. A couple of years ago, and it's good. It's refreshing, but then you have people who like what they like, and they come here for those specific dishes. How do you keep up with the times? Is it just watching what people are doing, relying on your chefs and their expertise, and and picking the right things?
Yes, that's part of it. And, you have to realize that, especially with all these people, returning guests that we have, right, coming from place to place, you do have to change it up every once in a while. I'll give you a good example. We have a sushi expert named Travis Kamiyama who has consulted with us since we opened our first sushi bar.
Right.
And the menu is fantastic. Every time he comes, he puts a couple of different things on the menu, and he comes once a year, right? Some menus we may leave the same because they're in popular restaurants that our guests don't want it to change. And so there are certain things that will always stay.
Right.
And listen, if you're a guest who's come to us in the past,
we're going
to make it for you. If it's not on the new menu, we'll still make it for you. I mean, it's no problem.
Last time I was here, I had this wonderful dish, and they'll pop it for you.
Oh, because we know what it is.
Yeah.
It's not hard. And even if it is a new staff and a new crew, they'll do their best to recreate it.
What's your favorite?
What's my favorite?
Yeah, what's your favorite?
Ooh,
it's probably different at different locations.
Well, I love our Bombay Club Indian restaurant.
Okay.
And my favorite one of those is the one that we have in the Grand St. Lucian, in St. Lucia. It is, I think, the most beautiful one. All of the food across the board, and all of them is essentially the same.
Right.
There's something about the feel of that particular one that I like.
Right.
And if you're talking about other restaurants, something new we opened was the Butcher's Steak and Seafood, and I think that's my favorite, the one at Sandals, Montego Bay.
Okay.
And how can you go wrong? It's named after our chairman, so it's top quality. We couldn't mess around with that, right?
I had the opportunity to talk with Butch last time I was here.
Did you?
Oh, my goodness. Amazing man.
He's a fountain of information. I mean, look, it's just amazing.
I basically said, hi, how are you? And he just took off.
And that's the end.
Which was great.
That's the end.
He's an amazing person.
Well, look, that's the thing. He's excited about this product because he knows it's a top quality product.
You can tell.
And that's why I like to go out there and talk. Among all of us on the team, they always send me out to do this because I love it. I mean, the fact that we are always dealing with such great food. Plus, it helps that, when I was growing up, some of the food I had wasn't the greatest. Not always the best chefs in certain sides of the family.
Is that what made you become what you...
It is part of it because my mother hates restaurants. She hates other people's food. We never went out. And she's a good cook. I mean, luckily she's one of the good ones. Right? But we never went out. And so it was this thing that restaurants, to me, were really mysterious things. And I was an exchange student to France when I was 15.
Okay.
And the family that I lived with owned a restaurant. So I would go in there, and that's really where I got interested in it. I would go in and wash dishes and bus tables and learn about French food and, all of that.
Became a little sous chef.
I did. And then when I came back, what I actually studied was international relations. But I went into this, and it combines what I studied with what I was interested in.
Hey, if you do what you love,
food and beverage,
if you're doing what you love, you're not working a day in your life.
There's not enough good food in the world, and it's very important. It's something we have to do 3 times a day, regardless. Why not make it an art form? Why not make it top quality? Why not make it the best thing that you can possibly do?
Hey, quality.
And that's what we do for everybody here.
Yeah, quality in. That's what I say. It's got to be good going in.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Thank you so much for sharing your time today.
You're welcome.
Thanks so much for the inspiration on all these foods. It's amazing. I know that when people come out to Sandals and Beaches, my children love Beaches Ocho Rios. Amazing, and always want to go back. Dad, when are we going back? Dad, when are we going back? I get that all the time. So, but thank you so much for spending some time and telling us about the foods and what to expect.
Just remember one thing: you're not going to find quality like this anywhere else. You're not going to find variety like this anywhere else, and you're sure as hell not going to find value like this anywhere else.
5-star global dining.
Yes,
that's all I can say.
Absolutely,
great stuff. Paul, thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
There you go. It's Paul Bauer. He's the man in charge. Hey. What can you say? It's good food. It's 94.5 Cool FM.